I think it's cool because like everyone who came on the podcast, came on the Starling Cast, came here on the Nerd Guitar Cast guys, luthier. I like talking to the luthier because this is an area of music that I am very passionate about, very, very much. I joke like this. I think my biggest dream as a musician is it's not even like, oh, I want to play on an Insta. No, no, I've moved past that part. Yeah, I want to take a piece of wood and turn it into an instrument.
Yes, it's cool.
It's something I want to do. I joke like this. When I'm old, I'll possibly work with carpentry, manual work, those things, because I think it's really cool, man. You take a block of wood and you turn it into an instrument.
And you know what's cool? I've already made over 500 instruments. Even today, it's cool, man.
So that's it. And the cool thing is this. You're going to take this instrument, this beautiful thing, and give it to a talented musician who can simply change the world, or you change the person's world, because sometimes the person will use that part of the music as therapy, something to make them feel better. I don't know, man. Get out of depression, control anxiety, whatever it is. And it was something you made. You took a block of wood and turned it into an instrument. So that's something I find really cool. But I think it's nice that every professional who came here has a different opinion. And I see that all of them in the point they defend are right.
Yes.
Understand?
It's like this. I'm not saying I'm 100% right either. No, no. I'm expressing my feeling, what I feel.
Exactly. That's the part I want. I'm not trying to, when I ask people if the wood matters, I'm truly not trying to find out who is more right.
Exactly.
I want to know the following, man, your opinion as a professional throughout your history and everything else. So what do you think? Does it influence or not? For example, we've had Pedro Wood here. Pedro, big hug if you're watching, brother.
Pedro's a great guy, man.
Man, he's awesome. And he already said, no, man, the difference is ridiculous, negligible, and you can adjust that on the amplifier.
Obviously.
And I said, man, okay. He takes a piece of wood and turns it into an instrument and does it. Man, of course I'm going to respect the guy's opinion. And he's even making a series of videos now with Alexandra Cesar.
Oh, cool.
Man, Alexandre too, we're in this together.
Another great guy as well.
I really do, man. Alexandra, we've been here several times, man. I like him for free. And they're doing a series with that vibe about identical guitars with different woods and such. And man, I think it's really cool because the construction of the guitar in general is quite recent if we compare it to other instruments. And there has never been a school on how you have to make a guitar. We've always relied on the creative minds of Leo Fender, Gibson, Paul Reed Smith, all these luthiers. Yes, luthiers, who, man, in their own way, shaped the guitar world as we know it. So, yes, new things are always emerging and everything. And I think it's really cool to have everyone's opinion. Paul Reed Smith is the guy who will tell you, no, brother, the wood will influence everything.
That's right. Everyone will have an opinion.
Leo Fender would say, man, it doesn't matter. I used whatever wood was there, which was the cheapest to use. Man, it's all good, you know. I think that every professional will have a point of view on how much that will influence or not. And I think that also influences the way you will build.
Yes. And also, man, we have to think about the following. Nowadays, we have a lot of technology, and there's no reason for us to be stuck in the past and not try new things, you know? I'm sure. The guitar wasn't invented. If it were being invented today, it certainly wouldn't be this here. It wouldn't be a Telecaster, man. I agree, you know, because it started with the broadcaster. Yeah, broadcaster, then it became the little tele. It would be something completely different. So, there are people who are nostalgic. No, the good guitars are from the 60s, 50s. Bro. It depends, right? Yeah. Then, oh no, people are coming back to my side now. Oh no. Bass from the 70s. Man, it's cool. It's cool. But man, the thing weighs a ton. The instrument doesn't. The setup, man, the strings are super high. The truss rod, especially those of ASBs, have block inlays. Most of them, the truss rod is breaking the fretboard because it can't handle it anymore. The wood is lifting, and it's breaking here. Man, they are problematic instruments, you know. Now you get into this nostalgia, and nothing against it. If someone wants to like it, they like it. It's okay. If you want nostalgia, it's all right. No problem. Does the instrument have a nice sound? Great, nice sound. But man, nowadays we have much better things. I'm not saying it's wrong for someone to want this, because it's cool for someone to collect these things.
So much so that we have big brands, right, going back to the traditional ones like Fender and Gibson, which have, you know, the American Vintage, the Custom Shop. There's the VOS line, Vintage Original Specs from Gibson, which is where we make the 50s guitar, just like it was made in the 50s. But, like, I agree with you on the matter of someone being a collector and all, but I disagree with the person who says, oh no, but this here was a guitar. No,
No, that's it. I'm on the same page.
it's not that it's bad, but come on, it has evolved. But you can't say it's better than nowadays. From the 50s to now, what do we have? 75 years process in evolution. Why would I want to get a guitar that's being built with the same specs from that time? Unless it's for collection purposes, man, I would get a Gibson made today with a Fender with much more updated processes.
What might happen, for example, with big brands? Sometimes the selection of wood, something like that, that refinement might not be there. But man, saying that the instrument from that time is better than today's, there's no way. I've already picked up a Precision, one from the 60s. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 68, man. Man, the cuts. Dude, it looked like it had been done with a machete, you know. Okay, it was in the shape, but man, you could see the rough trophy, you know.
That's how it was made back then, right?
Yes, exactly. It was like that. It was really a rough thing. The neck joint there, this back shape here, the contour,
The belly, I don't know if that's the name.
the belly one, right? Yeah, the belly one for the chubby guy. Man, it was like that deplorable, I'm all crooked, you know.
It was with the tools they had available to make it.
Nothing wrong with that, but I'm getting to the point where the guy thinks, that's the standard.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't work.
There are some guys who get stuck on that, man.
Especially if we're talking about Fender from the 70s. We're talking about, if I'm not mistaken, the CBS era, or was it the 60s? I can't remember exactly which was the dark age of Fender, man, when they had the worst instruments. And then they started making the neck joint was with 3 screws instead of 4, right? Removing a screw to save money. And then they started saving on a lot of things and it became a mess. Then you had the Defender line, high CBS and pre-CBS.
I think CBS is the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. 80s. I think so, man. I'm not sure, though. Fred, who works with me there, knows about this. He knows all about it.
It's just that I really don't remember.
I'm not good with history, no.
I really don't remember. I'm talking about the 70s here because I remember there were many guitars that came with that standard, the 70s Fender headstock, which is big. I think it's from the Stratocaster.
So I think the 70s is pre-CBS, man. It's pre, right? I think it's 80, 82, if I'm not mistaken. That's pre-CBS.
And then the Fender employees bought it. They got together to buy it and said, look, you're messing up a lot with something we really like, so we'll buy it from you. Let us go back to making guitars here. Go back to television. No problem.
I'm not sure about the dates either.
Yeah, that part about the date I really don't remember.